What's up, y'all? It's me, it's your boy Asmongold. Today we're over at the Darkmoon Fair at Goldshire, and the reason we're there is because that's going to be our first step. And by the way, it's Mulgore for the Horde. That's going to be our first step to getting insane in the membrane. Okay, that's an achievement for getting a bunch of useless reputations. I had a guy that wanted me to make a video about this somewhere on my YouTube channel, and so here I am making a video about this for my YouTube channel. And so anyway, basically you go into the Darkmoon Fair, and if you want to track the achievement, just to make sure that you're on the right track, whatever, you just type that in there and you'll be good to go. Darkmoon Fair used to be one of the hardest ones. Now it's actually one of the easiest ones because of all the rep you can get from the different dailies and turn-ins. And so that's really awesome. It doesn't really matter what order you do these in, the reputations, except for you want to make sure you get honored with the Bloodsail Buccaneers before you do Steamwhendle Cartel. I just want to mention that right now because it's kind of important. And so anyway, in order to loot these other items to turn in the Darkmoon Fair, you've got to get this thing called Darkmoon Adventurer's Journal. And you get it from this person I'm talking to here. And it'll let you pick up all these different items, some of them from PvE, some from PvP. And you can turn in each one of them for 250. Basically, every single thing that you do for reputation in Darkmoon Fair gives you 250 reputation, as was the dailies and the basically, as you can see here, the you can only turn in the those little the monstrous eggs and everything. And basically, the monstrous egg and all the way down to Soothsayer runes, those are PvE. The bottom three are PvP, and you loot those from insignias. And you can turn in all of those once every Darkmoon Fair, and you can also only turn in a profession quest once every Darkmoon Fair. There's profession quests for your two primary professions, and then there's also profession quests for your secondary professions like archaeology. And on top of giving you Darkmoon Fair rep, they give you those little tickets, and they also give you like 5 points into it if you don't have it maxed out. So I mean that's kind of a little cool thing to do. And by the way, this is like the first aid guy. I wanted to show you guys that he's all the way back in here. A lot of people don't know that. So anyway, basically, just as soon as the Darkmoon Fair pops up, like the way you get rep for Darkmoon Fair is you come over here and you do all the dailies and all the quests here every single time it comes up, and you'll be exalted in probably like 2 Darkmoon Fairs tops. And in between them, you can do all the other ones. And so that's really no big deal. The Bloodsail Buccaneers, I'm just going to start talking about that right now. Bloodsail Buccaneers are, there's one weird way that you can do it, and I've been reading about this, and it's this, what's it called, this phase quest that allows you to get exalted with the Bloodsail Buccaneers, or basically get a lot of rep with them. I already did the quest, so I can't really say for sure, so I'm just going to tell you guys the old school way of doing it is you just go to Booty Bay and you kill everything there. That's really all there is to it until you get honored, not friendly. Like, if you get friendly and then you start repairing your rep, you're going to have a very, very bad time. Faldeer's Cave is where I'm at now, and basically some people farm Bloodsail rep here because it's a lot easier, but there's only a few mobs, so I mean at the end of the day it's like really kind of stupid to do. But I figured since I was here, might as well show you guys. It's at, in Arathi Highlands, and so after you lose all of your Steamwhendle Cartel rep, you have to rebuild it. And from hated to neutral, you can do these different quests from the different goblin factions, and the one in Ratchet is called Mending Old Wounds, and it's over here on the map where I'm showing you. And you turn in 168 stacks of linen cloth. Linen's the cheapest, so we're going to start there. Basically, each one of the turn-ins gives you like full rep for your primary faction that you're turning into, and half rep for the other goblin factions. And the next guy here is the Traitor of the Bloodsail Traitor, and quest is Traitor to the Bloodsail, and it's down at the bottom here at Booty Bay. And you turn in silk cloth to him, and I think it's like 84 stacks, and a bunch of red dye, and then you'll be up to neutral with Booty Bay. And I'm just going to kind of go over here and show you guys the pirates that you can also kill, because this is kind of a good place to kill the pirates. In my opinion, I think the best place is over in Tanaris, but I might as well just show you guys this now. Again, like with that phase quest, I can't really tell you guys for sure. I would say just look it up, and I've heard that there have been some bugs where you don't get the achievement, and what I would suggest is just doing it the normal way, because it's like really not that hard to do. As you can see, there's a bunch of mobs over here. There's actually some, yeah, I see those guys over there farming those right now. And what's good about this, obviously, is that these name mobs, like I can, whatever that guy's name is, can't really read it from here. They give you a little bit extra rep, not just like 5 or like 10 rep or whatever that they usually give you to give you bonus rep. And so this is another way after you get past neutral to continue farming, because you need to get exalted with all 4 of the Steamwhendle Cartel factions. Another way that you can get rep is after you get neutral, make sure you do all the quests, because all the quests will give you rep for all of the factions, and so that's just going to save you a lot of time, because going as pirates is so fucking boring. But I mean, that's pretty much all there is to it. Like Mud Sprocket here is a good place to do it. For Gadgetzan, you do the quest War at Sea, and you turn in 42 stacks of Mageweave and some strong Flux. If Mageweave sells for more than Runecloth, you want to do the Everlook ones before you do the Mage Silk, because you only need to turn in, I think, 22 of the last one, just by the way it shakes out, you know, with getting half again more for the other ones. Lost Rigger Cove is the best place for farming pirates, in my opinion. This is where I did it myself. And one of the best things you can do here is there are a lot of times that people are already farming here, because even though this is a very hard achievement to get, there are a lot of people who just kind of do it over time, and you can look on like OQ or like Open Raid or something like that, or just find friends and trade who might want to do this. And so the more people you have farming, because the faster you can kill the mobs, the faster they respawn. So the more people you have doing this, the faster you're getting get the rep. And so if you can have like 5 people here all farming, man, you're gonna be so good to go. It's gonna be awesome. Like that's what I did, and it was great. Especially like, I mean, this is kind of a scumbag thing to do, but you get everybody else doing the work, and you go AFK, and you come back, and you have the rep. You know, I mean, that's fucked up, but yo, it's a cold world. So here, I'm just gonna kind of go through and show you guys where all the pirates are. Sometimes it's a little weird, and the pirates will stop giving you rep for all of the factions at some point. Whenever that happens, just make sure that you go kill the pirates that you're supposed to. And it's kind of weird how that happens, but usually if you just kill those pirates there, you'll be fine. The last one is this Everlook. It's 22 stacks of Runecloth called the quest Making Amends in Winter Spring. And all you do there is you just turn in the quests, and you want to make sure you do all of these before you do any pirate farming, that you're neutral with all of them. Anyway, we're back. My video editing software crashed, and so anyway, now we're over here doing the Ravenholdt rep, and this is what the rest of the video is going to be about, because it's actually pretty complicated to do. I'm over here at the Rathy Highlands, and basically, I'm showing you guys right here, there's this blackened warg steak, and you want to make sure that you eat this. And the reason for that is that you can see a lot of the stealth mobs, and also it's helpful whenever you're inside the keep. I spent, I think, 3 hours doing this, and I started at basically no reputation for revered, and I finished it in like 1 day. It was not even a big deal. This is the easy part, however. As you can see, I'm just kind of going around. This is, again, what I was saying before about grouping with other people, because like I have that guy out there killing mobs in the courtyard, and I'm in here killing mobs in the keep. And the way that the respawns work is basically whenever you kill a bunch of them, more will respawn in different areas. So you can speed up the respawns greatly by just going ahead and having 2 people. And as I said, find a group to do this. You will in the end save yourself time, unless you're one of the people that just likes to sit there and beat their head against the wall for absolutely no fucking good reason. This is not really that hard to do. The Ravenholdt rep is the last one that I had left to do, and there was a Shrindar rep. As people have asked me, like, if you still need to have that, and you don't, they removed that. They removed the reputation. It used to be the Dire Maul rep that you get from the Librams, and so that's no longer even in the game. So you don't even have to worry about that. It's just this rep is kind of one of the annoying ones, because you kind of need a rogue in one way or another, because there are these lockboxes that you're going to need to do after you get neutral, or sorry, honored. No, revered. You get 11,999 out of 12,000 honored. So you basically get revered. You can get all the way up to revered just by killing these little mobs, and it's a motherfucker, let me tell you, because each one gives 5 rep. Okay, so I mean, to do the math, it's a lot of mobs. Okay, and as you can see, I just fast forwarded a little bit, and my rep bar is pretty much all the way full, and I guess you can look at the game clock and see how long it took me to finish all this stuff up, and it really wasn't all that long. And you know, it's, as I said, it's really a lot faster if you have somebody doing it with you, because they can just be, you know, it's like you're doubling your speed basically, especially if you have kind of like one spot that they're going to be and another spot where you're going to be. After you get neutral, that's after. I mean, jeez, I keep saying that. I keep thinking about the Steamwhendle Cartel. After you get revered, basically, um, that's when the fun part starts, and you either need to pay a rogue to do this or have a rogue yourself. Luckily, I have a rogue myself, so I'm going to show you guys how that works. To get to from revered to exalted, you have to lockpick these boxes. This method here, I think, is only available to Alliance because these mobs appear friendly to Horde. And basically, I'm over here in the what's it called, the Burning Steps, and there's these little packs of them, and you can just kill them and lockpick all of them, and then, or sorry, lockpick all of them, then kill them, and then kill them, and they'll respawn, and you can do it again. And I have this macro down there at the bottom, and that macro is just like one thing that you can use to speed up your lockpicking process. There's also a mouse over one that you can use. You can find plenty of those, or you can just target them and do them like the old school way. It's not really a big deal. As you can see, I have the time for each one on there. You need 280 turn in 1400 boxes without the guild perk. Yo, if you're doing it without the guild perk, come on, go get in the guild and just do it with the guild perk. I mean, if you do that, you're crazy. And so 255 basically with the guild perk, because I mean everybody can get that. It would be crazy not to do that. And basically each rep turn in is 70, or each turn in is 75 rep. And I'm a human, and I also have the guild perk, and I got 90. And so I'm not really sure what the math for that one is, because like there's not really a lot of other people who are like human. I mean, it's just like there's a bunch of different races. I didn't like math all that out. But basically, it's not really it's not really that hard to do. It's just a little time consuming. But assuming not everybody is Horde, another place to do this that I'm going to show you guys in a few minutes is the LBRS, which is Lower Blackrock Spire, and that's a good place to do because you can just reset the instance, and also you can just go ahead and just kind of go through the whole instance and just get all the lockpicking stuff out of there too. I don't really know. I don't really have an ETA on how long this is going to take, but I'd say it would probably take about 5 to 10 hours. You know, if you have all the different like kind of things set up to do this as fast as possible. But it is very annoying to do. Like, I absolutely hate doing this. And if you don't have a rogue, you're kind of going to be in a bad spot. And what you're going to have to either do is make a rogue, or you're going to have to pay a rogue to do this, because you can't buy these things on the auction house. You have to have a rogue farm them for you. It is really annoying, and there's no way of getting around it, period. That's it. This is usually the one that most people do last because of how frustrating it is to do. There's really not much else to it. I would say if you just, like what I did with the Ravenholdt rep, is you just sit down and you farm the rep, and you don't think about how long it takes, or you just spend 1 hour each day doing it, whatever else. Some things that you can speed up your time is I have the Night Stalker tier 1 talent, which basically makes my my movement speed, I think, 20% faster while in stealth. And you can always pickpocket. You can only pickpocket while in stealth. And also, you want to make sure that you have the pickpocket glyph, and because that will increase the range of your pickpocket, so it's just a little bit simpler to do. And here I am going into UBRS, LBRS, oh my god. And basically you just kind of go along and pickpocket everybody here, and it's really not even that hard at all. I mean, to be completely honest, it's not even a big deal. And if you aggro extra mobs, they're level 50s, and so you can just kill them. You want to also make sure that you have the burst of speed, just so you can move through everything very quickly. You want to basically build your entire spec and your entire thing here about moving through this quickly. And remember, you can only do this 5 times an hour, so obviously if you're going to going out of your way to do the entire instance and it's taking you 20 minutes, that might not necessarily be the best way to do it. It might be better for you if you just do half of the instance and then stop and then reset it, because a lot of the mobs are in the beginning and it's probably the highest density of mobs. You don't really have to kill any bosses here, as you can see. Like, I'm just kind of going through the whole thing. I think I killed the last boss or something like that for really no reason. After you get all these lockboxes, there's only one place you can turn them in at too, and you basically turn them in at Ravenholdt Manor, and any rogues that did the legendary quest will know where that is. But anyone that doesn't know where that is, it's it's in between the it's in between the Hillsbrad foothills and the hinterlands, and it's like kind of right near Airy Peak. If you just fly there and then just fly up in the air, you can probably see the house from there. And it's really kind of frustrating to farm these boxes because they're kind of a low drop rate, but again, like, it's called the Insane for a reason. Like, I would not suggest anybody to do this achievement unless there's something very seriously wrong with them. And as you can see, I'm almost done with it. So there are some other places you can farm these boxes that people have said that are kind of good, but overwhelmingly, those are the two spots that are the best. Most people think is UBRS and LBRS, LBRS, and those little packs of mobs at the burning steps. You can also kill that guy over there. I didn't even know that he dropped the ward pret, but that's just a little bonus that you can get. But anyways, you can see, I mean, there's plenty of mobs here that I spent killing. Like, I spent way too long in here anyway. But this is a very fast instance, and it's actually even pretty easy to leave the instance quickly without having to spend too much time just running around for no reason. But again, you want to make sure that you have the pickpocket glyph, you know, the Night Stalker thing where you can move faster in stealth, and also glyph of word speed, just so you can kind of go as fast as you can, because you want to spend as little time doing this as possible, because it's kind of boring. And so after you farm all your lockboxes, here I am at Ravenholdt Manor, and again, there's the measure for, you know, how many lockboxes you do need, and this is not really hard to do at all. Again, as I've said before, and I will say again, I have there are some different scripts that you can use to kind of turn in the lockboxes faster, but and I'll link one of those in a minute. But you turn them into this guy here, Winston Wolfe here. I guess it's from Pulp Fiction, and as you can see, there they are. And you also want to use a portable mailbox if you have one, and that way you won't have to go back and forth to the mailbox. And there's a script that you can just click that a bunch of times, make a macro into it, and it'll basically turn in all the quests for you, and or all the boxes that you have. You can also get this Argent Squire, and if you're not an engineer, and you can summon him, and he actually becomes a mailbox for you too. And so both of those things are very useful. As you can see, I talked to him there. See, he has a mailbox option, and these are very easy to do, and it's just very time consuming. So anyway, really, that's pretty much all I've got for you guys. This is kind of like relatively a short video, but this is a very long achievement. And so if you're planning on doing this, you've got your work cut out for you. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I've really got to say about this achievement. Again, make sure you get honored with the Bloodsail Buccaneers, not friendly, and make sure you do that before you do the Steamwhendle Cartel. And it's all about optimizing your time and everything else like that. And so that's pretty much all I've got for you guys. So like, comment, subscribe.